threshold of hurricane force, one of the worst storms that has ever hit Atlantic City, this city is basically underwater.
The Aral Sea was a thriving region, supplying nearly 1/4 of the country's fresh fish.
That landscape is gone. It may never be seen again in the history of civilization, and it's
Pipelines and oil roads slice into the rainforest, opening it to logging, mining, and oil drilling.
Just next week, the world's 7 billionth person will enter our world. A world of 7 billion can have...
It's like the same amount of time you spend on vacation every year, you spend stuck in traffic if you're a typical commuter in Chicago.
We checked around the metro today, and we are seeing increasing prices everywhere.
The Chinese are in the throes of what reporters are calling airpocalypse.
It doesn't matter where you live. Melbourne's traffic is diabolical, and now the proof, it's getting worse.
There is no solution in place. There's no funding.
America is addicted to oil.
Our world is changing. At this moment, there live approximately 7 billion people on Earth, and it's increasing by 1.2% per year. This leads to estimations of the UN of 9.6 billion people in 2050, what is an alarming growth of 1/3 in just less than 40 years. With that increase, the demand for individual transport is growing. Now there are 1.1 billion cars worldwide. Estimations of British Petroleum go to 1.8 billion cars in 2050, so it's a progression of far more than 50% in less than 40 years. And there's no end in sight. All these cars need space, cause traffic, jam and pollute our cities, our life. This large-scale problem becomes visible in the little as well. Tangentially, our cars get bigger and bigger. 4-5 meters, 5 seats. There's so much space, but we don't use it. Actually, it's only 1.5 persons per car. Used to get to work or the supermarket. We go our eco way in a car which weighs around heavy 1.3 tons. 65% are still made of heavy steel. Only 7% are made of light metal. Less than 17% are made of plastics. So we need a lot of energy. Only alone 21% of energy is used for production. That are 4.7 tons of carbon oxide emissions. 79% of energy is used to move us, what is 17.3 tons of carbon oxide emissions. We could save so much energy, could reduce CO2 emissions just by using our mind. It all started with oil. There was a time, the golden 60s. One production peak was followed by the next, topped in 1967 with the highest conventional discovery peak ever. In 1980, the oil production surpasses new discoveries. Since then, we consume more than we produce. And since 2004, conventional production is on its way down as well. We can't produce in the ordinary way. We can't produce any more oil without increasing costs. We're addicted to this essence and getting more addicted every day. Our world consumption is increasing by 2% every year, and there's no sign of change. But there will be the definitive end. Someday there will be nothing left. And then, where's the escape? What's next? It's time to change your way of mobility. Time to think about how much electrified mobility could do. Time for electric mobility with technology from today, with flexibility, efficiency and comfort. Our answer is FLED. Flexible Electric Drive. FLED is an everyday car for you. It is only as big as necessary with the same length of Smart, but only 1.1 meters wide. And with 2 seats behind each other. How do you struggle through the urban jungle? Exactly, with a small and flexible vehicle. And that's FLED. To get off the car, even in the smallest parking lot, FLED has sliding doors on both sides. A small car needs only a small construction. That's why it works with a very simple aluminium construction that makes it safe and sturdy. And light. In the end, FLED has only a weight of 400 kilograms. That's only 1/3 of a normal middle-class car. So of course it needs much less energy to drive. That offers completely new opportunities to the design and to the power supply. That is exactly what makes FLED so different. FLED takes its energy from battery cases. One battery has a capacity of 3.5 kilowatt hours, what means you can drive about 30 kilometers. With a weight of 15 kilograms, it's not heavier than a case of bottled water. With an included charger, it is very mobile and compact. And much more comfortable than using charging stations. You can find them only at a few places, because it needs a lot of time, money and resources to build them. And even if you find one, you have to wait by recharging your car. With the battery cases of Flat, you can recharge everywhere, because you need only a usual power outlet, nothing more. So you can decide if you are going for working, cooking or watching football meanwhile. Your trip is longer than 30 kilometers? No problem, Flat is designed for using up to 3 battery cases. That's enough energy for 90 kilometers. The electricity goes directly to the wheel hub motors. But in the wheel, they not only integrated the engine, the suspension and the brakes are located there too. An invention by Michelin makes it possible, the Active Wheel. It's very light and compact, very efficient and hard-bearing. Having no engine and gearbox inside the car offers totally new options to the design of the car. That's why Flat is so small, while it's offering lots of space for the passengers. After the co-driver moved his seat forward, Flat offers a 250-liter luggage space. That's enough for more than 4 water bottle crates, a weekly shopping tour, a dog or a baby buggy. All passengers are protected very well. The roll bar and crash buffers in the front and the back are basic parts of the construction. All that makes Flat to the perfect everyday car in the city. Not only in 50 years, but tomorrow.